Hey everyone, Kerry here, and we are about to get started. Kickstart is running right now. The summit is happening. You want to be following along. Turn on your devices and watch us, all day. Up in the top corner there, you're going to see that we have a QR code where you can register for the summit. And that means you get all of the gifts of all of the goodies of all of the speakers that are talking with us here today. And you're going to be super, super happy to hear our next speaker that's coming up, because we're going to be talking about positive change and being powerful. So you're going to want to stay tuned. Grab your pen, your paper, your coffee, whatever you need. We're going to be at it in 10 seconds. All right, everybody, super, super excited right now because we're going to be talking about positive change. And I am here with David Sampson, who is a transformative leader, and he's dedicated to working with body, mind, and spirit for the empowerment of others. He helps you to release what no longer is working for you and to bring positive change and healing to your life. Let's put our hands together in applause for David Sampson.
Thank you, Kerry. That's awesome. Today's topic is about this energy in which we are emitting out from our center. So we are ground zero for this energy. And how I came up with this topic was I was an Uber driver for 9 years, and everyone's honking their horn at me and driving around Toronto traffic, which goes nowhere really quick. And it's aggravating. So I thought, I'm going to channel God through me. So I envisioned this beam of light coming to the top of my head. And then I envisioned this beam of light filling every cell of my body up with God, this white light of God. And then I took it a step further and I sent this energy out to the world. So after I did this for about 2 or 3 days, I noticed that people stopped honking at me. Cars, people were actually allowing me to go in front of them, where before that was a no-go. You are not going to get in front of me. And now they're letting me in front. I was letting cars in front of me. So there was a shift. There's something that I was emitting out into the world, which was causing rampant hate to show up. Because that's what that is. It's not love, so it's got to be the opposite of love, which would be hate. So let's look at this image. Let's be powerful. Got a man on the back of it. Very strong, muscular. It took something for him. He didn't wake up one morning and say, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to have these big muscles. And voila, you got big muscles. That doesn't happen that way. And neither does that happen in our business. It takes work. It takes commitment. It takes eating more calories than what you usually eat. It takes something for you to be that person. The day that man walked into the gym on his first day, he's a radical individual, radically different human being from that day. He has to be, because he has grown so much into who he is. Look at the energy he's sending out. He's actually connected with an eagle. And the eagle's working with him. The eagle actually can see the huge picture. It flies above everything else. You can see the entire picture in its entirety. And yet, it can actually go right down into the pinpoint and see a little tiny mouse, field mouse, and fly down and grab that field mouse, its prey. So, both of those working together is power. And in my traditions, the Incan traditions, the shamanic traditions, which I've been taught, the eagle is the direction of the east. And the eagle teaches us to fly wing to wing with great spirit. It teaches us to fly above that mountain that we only dared to dream of. But yet it's taken us to the top of that mountain, above that mountain, so we can see who we are, so we can see the potential of us, so we can see the strength and the freedom of who we've become. David Sampson, shamanic healer, So a weight loss coach and a bodybuilder. So I work with the body, mind, and soul. That's me recently. So I'm going to be doing a bodybuilding competition this year, amateur bodybuilding, and see where it takes. It's something I wanting to do a bodybuilding show is something that I want to do to get into fitness. And that's what I did. So it's just honoring that. And it's also fun because I get to actually shift my body into what I want to shift it into. So I get to, the word I'm looking for is to design my body the way I want it to look. And we can design our lives exactly how we want them to look. My website is letsbepowerful.com because it's a choice. It's an invitation for you to step into your power. You can be powerful or you can be a victim. It's completely up to you. There's nothing wrong with either. But if you're going to be a victim, be an awesome victim. Be the best victim ever because you might as well enjoy it. Because all these energies, everything in life is just energy. And if we deem it as good energy or bad energy, it doesn't matter. Let's find the love. Let's find the passion, the excitement of life, even in something that doesn't seem right. So anyways, when we observe who we're being, when we observe the patterns, when we observe what we're doing to people, judging people, then that is real power. We have stepped into power. That's why my email address is observationispower@gmail.com. Because in that observation, you choose. You can choose to, if a thought of judgment comes into your head, you can go, wait a minute, stop. Am I going to judge this person? Yes or no? Yes, I'm going to judge them. Perfect. If no, then you can choose something different. You have power. And that's powerful. So our business as a sacred altar. It's a reflection of you as a business owner. And let's look at an altar first of all. This is not a place where we're going to kill a cat and put it on the altar and give it to God, because that's not what this is. This is just a sacred space in your home, which is just maybe a bracelet of a loved one. It's not something that you bow down and worship to, and you just a place where you say, this is sacred. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to meditate, or I'm going to sit here and I'm going to pray. So that's just what those are. It's not you're bowing down to Buddha or anything like that. It's pretty. Maybe Buddha reminds you of a way of being. And then that just triggers in your mind, this is the way of being. The way of being of Buddha, or the way of being of Christ, the way of being of any leader or teacher that you have. So your business is a living altar. In the shamanic tradition, there is no separation between spirit and nature and the natural. Your sales reports, your team dynamics, your client emails are all physical manifestations of your internal energetic state. So the question you should be asking is, what frequency am I broadcasting out from ground zero, from you? Because the person beside you has a ground zero, them. The person in front of you has a ground zero of them as well. So we're all in our ground zeros emitting energy out. What are you emitting out? Maybe it's something that people don't want to see. So the mirror effect. The universe only says yes. And this is unconditional love. The world, the universe gives you exactly what you want. What is it that we're putting out there? Are we putting out what ifs? Are we putting out fear? Because we're going to get more fear back. The what ifs, my friend actually took a trip. They went from Greece to Mexico. And they were like, his girlfriend was like, what if they lose our luggage? What if we get stuck in Amsterdam? What if we end up going to having get stuck in Spain? All of those what ifs actually happened. Their luggage got lost. They ended up getting stuck in Amsterdam. They had fun though. and they ended up in Spain and they had a good time. But the universe gives you what you want, even if it's what if, even if it's something you don't think you want, what you actually don't want, because you're actually saying, what if this happens? You're hoping it doesn't happen. So low energy can cause low sales. So that could be a reflection of frequency of scarcity. It could be unworthiness or closed heart space. Actually, let me tell you about this closed heart space. When I first started driving Uber, I was driving down the road and it was just like I was just driving down the road, minding my own business, checked my blind spot. I looked in the rear view, I looked in the side view mirror, and then I saw these legs in the back of my car. Remember, I was driving as people around us living, and I was shocked. I was actually scared. I I looked, I was just like, how did those people get into my car? Why are they in my car? Where am I taking them? I didn't have a clue where I was going. That was the day I realized I was a living person who was dead inside, completely dead. So closed heart space. So when we open up our heart space, then we can actually come into high sales. We can come into more flow. Think of a river. If you put a dam in the river, it no longer flows. It stops. But when you remove the dam, the river flows. And that's what happens. When we remove the dam in our lives that's causing our sales to plummet or to cause no flow, that's what happens. So it could be a reflection of our alignment, could be a reflection of our service, our abundance, but it's definitely an open energetic pathway, just as the river is flowing. It's an open energetic pathway. So we don't get what we want, we get who we are. So that ego, the guy at the beginning, who was he being? He was being a person of just, he was working with the ego. Like, that's impressive. Working with an ego. And he actually connected with that ego. They had to. They're working together. So he was the being that actually could generate that. That's incredible. So the predator of power is judgment. So what is judging? Judging is an act where we're deeming something as bad or wrong, good and right, bad and wrong. That comes from us, ground zero. We borrow some of it from society, we borrow some of it from religions, but this is ground zero. So it's coming from you. Now it's coming from your judgment. You own it. So I do my best to stay away from judging. I don't even like to judge food. I don't like to say this is good, this is bad. If it's food, I'll go, what's missing? Maybe it's a little bit of salt. If there's some salt, it might make a big difference. It's very different from judging. So when you're judging something, you got to look at the energy of judging. Take a moment. Just think of judging. Just your breakfast. Judge your breakfast. How bad it was. Oh my goodness. It's just so bad. Like, it was awful. It's an energy. It's an energy that you're stepping into. But instead of looking at it, go, oh, if I had some salt on this, it would be let's see what the difference would be. So it's coming from a different energy. You're looking at it from a different light. So the moment you judge, you stop seeing the truth. And you start seeing your own projections. Your own projections projected onto other people. Maybe it's a projection of, I'm not smart, and you're projecting that onto other people. It could be your employees. Who knows? But what's the hidden cost of being right? Profit versus pride. Judgment creates heavy energy. It narrows your peripheral vision, making you miss opportunities. For example, let's say you're on the other side of this wall. You got the burning flame, wall's super hot. You're on the other side and you're complaining about the heat. Oh my goodness, this wall is so hot. Like, wall, why are you so hot? Like, this is unbelievable. Like, what's going on here? You're not looking into it. You're just judging the wall for it being too hot. Whereas if we come around to the other side of the wall, we can go, oh, that's why the wall is hot. There's this big flame. And when you put out that flame, which forgiveness, then the wall becomes cool. And if you love to complain, then you'll be complaining about how cold the wall is. So that's up to you. And being right all the time, just think of people who are right all the time. You don't really want to be around them. So it builds you walls, you build walls up around you, and people build walls around themselves about you. So that's really the cost of being right. It's usually not worth it. Now there's the angry client. The angry client is a messenger in disguise for you. So when a client, so let's say you have one angry client every 2 months or something, then it's probably not from within you. But if you get an angry client and then you get another angry client and another angry client, it's like, okay, what are you putting out there? What are you emitting out there? Where's your anger? Clear your anger. And then people won't show up angry coming to your door anymore. So when you actually are stepping into the judging them, that's when you can say observation is power. So observe what you're about to do to them. I'm going to judge them. Yes or no, I don't know. That gives you power. You can choose in the moment. Maybe it's a communication that you actually gave that actually had them very angry. You could shift that. You could take responsibility for that communication. Maybe it's a boundary that's one of your own boundaries that's been crossed. And you stand up for yourself. But for your boundaries, this is my boundary. But it's within you. So look. And of course, there's the energetic cords. And the energetic cords is like the past you got and people that you haven't forgiven. So for example, on here, it's just like he thinks he's stupid and all of these past issues that he hasn't dealt with, he hasn't brought forgiveness to. And probably, I'm going to make this one up, Aunt Lucy owes him $5, ripped him off, and he can't forgive Lucy because she robbed him of $5. So now he's got an energetic cord to Aunt Lucy. And Aunt Lucy has a cord to him. So I want to see this light. This is the light switch. So these are connected via a cord, an invisible cord, which is actually the same thing. So when I'm thinking of Aunt Lucy robbing me of my $5, I'm turning on that judging. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. And I'm using all that energy, sending it to Aunt Lucy instead of actually building what I want to build, building my passions, building my dreams. So when I clear this energetic cord, that ends. It all stops. So why don't you abolish the switch? Forgive. When you forgive, the switch is gone. Then clear the cords so the energies can't go to Aunt Lucy or to yourself. And how do I clear a cord? Is actually, you can do it with me right now. Just close your eyes and imagine Aunt Lucy or whoever you're forgiving in front of you, connecting eye to eye. Connect with them. If they're smiling, great. If they're not smiling, you probably got more work to do with them. But connect with them and envision this from your heart, this tube of light shining into their hearts, filling their heart with the love of God, filling them up until they disappear. They don't disappear in real life, but in that moment, what you're forgiving them for. It disappears. And the next is using forgiveness as a medicine. Remember, forgiveness is not permitting someone to take advantage of you, to use you, to screw you over. You've grown as a person, and you're not going to let that happen again, but it's not permission. It's to forgive a bad partner, bad business partner who ripped you off, or maybe not. Maybe there's a failed project. Cut the cords. Forgive. It's not them that's benefiting, it's you. Your business will benefit. You regain your soul parts. You left in the conflict, bringing 100% of your power back to the present. So you gain your power back. That's worth a lot right there. There's the great clearing, which is rewriting the script. So this gentleman looks really angry. His boss, I'm sure, is down his neck, down his back, just bothering him like, you have no sales, what's going on? So he actually identified that he judges people. He's like, people are cheap. That's why they're not buying the product. People are cheap. But he needs to look at it a little further. Cheap is in his system for some reason. So he should look at himself, or this is an opportunity for him to look at himself to say, where am I cheap? Where am I being cheap? Because if he's not being, if he's cheap, then it'll show up as no sales. And he can actually shift that and try something different. And maybe that'll work. Release, forgive, broadcast a brand new vision. And that's where brings us to living life as a movie. Your life, living your life as a cinematic experience where you choose what happens. You choose how you react to these energies that are happening around you. I went through, as I said, I was driving Uber for 9 years. My car died not that long ago, and I didn't have the money to buy a new car, so I was instantly unemployed. So now I have all these people, calling me up. When are you going to pay? When are you going to pay? When are you going to pay? I don't know. I don't have the money. I don't know. So I could have chosen to sit there in the corner with my thumb in my mouth going, what do I do? What do I do? Instead, I just allowed the energies to be. If they're going to take my car or evict me or whatever, it's just going to happen. It's whatever is going to happen, it's going to happen. It's my story around it, which I get to shift. The story of, oh, why are they taking my car? Why is this happening to me? Why is this? Oh my goodness. Those are the stories that we're creating just around an energy. It's just an energy. We create the story around it how we want it to show up. So embrace your role. You are the antagonist. You are the director. Take a segment of your life and pretend that there's an audience watching it. What are they doing? Are they doing a rosary because they're petrified for you? Are they crying because they're like a rom-com? Or maybe it's a drama. I would stay away from horrors because I've had thrillers, and thrillers are really petrifying, but really exciting. Compose your scenes to what you want the plot twist to be. And when you turn everything around and start having fun with it, then the times that you are judging as awful in the past are actually a lot of fun. You're just going through an experience you're not going to get again. So enjoy it. Love the experience. That's why I say, if you choose to be a victim, be the best victim ever. Like love it. So capture the magic. Live with intention. Creating memories. Have fun. This is life. You've got the visionary's lens, which is tough to see through when we're judging. Because when we're judging, we're only seeing what we're judging. That's all we're seeing. So if we're judging our employees, they're not working hard enough. Where are you not working hard enough? Maybe the market is you're blaming everything on the market. Well, maybe you're in the wrong market. Who knows? It's just when you stop judging, then things start showing up differently. There's new potentials that start to arise. There's new seeds within people that arise, even within yourself. Let's be powerful. It's a choice. People rise to the level of the frequency in which you hold for them. If we're always holding that they're not doing enough, then they're never going to be doing enough. So that's something to think of. And maybe they're not the right person for that spot, that position. Maybe they're the person who is having a tough time. Maybe they are actually best in a different role in the organization. Maybe it's you causing leadership in them, inspiring them. And out of inspiring them, many people get inspired. You create a chain reaction of development. The entire organization will elevate as empowered individuals lift those around them. Instead of bringing everyone down, like, oh my God, I just hate this place. Why do they? Where everyone's complaining about their job. The workplace is like that. They step on each other's heads to get to the next level. It's a way of running a company. Effective? I don't know. But it's a way. Let's be powerful together. Let's hold the collective frequency. When your business operates without judgment, you operate without judgment. And your business will become a magnet for higher vibration clients, as well as you. People will be surrounding you with a higher vibration to help you. With talent and abundance will just arise. So let's be powerful together. I'm David Sampson, and I invite you to download my 7 Minutes to Clarity. It's a meditation. If you do on a daily basis, it'll really shift things. It only takes 7 minutes. And if you can't see the link, you got McCallanly.com. Let's be powerful. And just connect with me, and I'll actually get that sent out to you. So I'm David, and let's be powerful. It's a choice that you get to make. Thank you. Back to you, Kerry.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing all that. That's amazing. And so that's your gift, is to let's be powerful. I'm going to just throw that up there again so everyone can see that. And there's the link. So that if they're coming back to this later, they can do that. You can also get all of the gifts for the summit by going to the QR code that's up there in the top corner. And you can click on that, and that will register you for the summit. And then you will see all of the other things that come with it, all the gifts. And then there's also an opportunity to take the VIP if you want, because many of our speakers have put additional higher ticket gifts back there. David, I know that you have done a 1-hour training that is now going into the Summit VIP gift. Can you tell us about that 1-hour training?
Yeah, it's about living your life as a movie. It's about changing the script, flipping the script on your life to a script that works instead of a script that you're petrified to go to work or petrified to open up your door. Flip your script into something that works. So live life as a movie. It's really wonderful. I love it.
Awesome. So you can find out about that VIP gift by going up to top and registering. And then as soon as you register, it'll pop up and say, hey, do you want the VIP? And it lists a bunch of things that come with the VIP besides that. And you're going to want to follow along with the rest of the summit, not miss a beat, because there's lots of good stuff in there. There's even a 35-hour training for sales in there. So lots of great stuff for entrepreneurs. You're definitely going to want to take advantage of that. Thank you, David, for coming today. We appreciate you. And just thank you so much for being here with us. And we're looking forward to, learning more from you in the VIP and all of these other things that are coming up. So thank you for coming today.
Thank you so much, Kerry.
Awesome.